When I find the show in times of trouble, a sudden idea comes to me. Reading off a list, top 10. And now that I am reading this list, it occurs to you that I can't read. Going back to school soon, top 10. Top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10. A list full of nonsense, top 10. Although it may be horrible, there is still a chance that it's funny. Maybe it's wishful thinking, we will see. Top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10. Reading off a list, top 10. That's right, my friends. We are back, and the top 10 is back. For those of you who don't remember this little segment, it's the top 10 list. We find various top 10 list sites, and we read one of the best off. The best we think is the best, and we read it to you. And let me tell you something. It's done pretty good in the past, so why not bring it back? That's what I say. However, before we get into it, we'll try to give Jen the intern some time to pop in the chat, so we have somebody in here. We've been talking. I've pretty much talked to everybody that I talk to on Skype. Almost, not everybody, but I've talked to a good bit of them. Whether or not they'll come join, if they're still on, I don't know. It took me a while to get ready. I wanted to make that new intro for the top 10. That'll be the intro for this year, at least for a little while. And and I don't know, maybe Jen will show up. I let her know on Skype. She disappeared. Sometimes she does that. I probably got her in the mood for coffee. I told her I was getting coffee. So she's not answering Skype, so maybe we'll try Morse code later. You know what I mean? Jen, are you there? Hello? We'll send this out to her, the Morse code, and then go from there. But first, before we get into this list, I want to talk. I want to do my first rant about Spreaker. I like to do that a lot. I like to complain. Don't get me wrong. It is the best site. That's why I'm on it. It's the best site for my needs. The best and the easiest radio making site. If you want to create something radio, something radio, this is the site to go. There's a few others, but this is the best because it's versatile. You can DJ. There is ways to make it a call show where you can call people. You know what I mean? I use Skype and get the number, which we'll have that up soon. I'll figure that out. You might even be able to call now. I really don't know. You know what I mean? You might be able to dial it right up. Maybe I should go ahead and throw out the number out there. Jen says, Love Muffin says, OMG, Bobby is gonna have a BF. What's a BF? A boyfriend? What? BF. What? I'm smoking my last cigarette, so that's gonna be problems. Probably going to do a lot about that. Like, I want to quit smoking cigarettes. A bitch fit. We'll talk about that maybe if we have time. Because it's just the list. We read the list. I've already played the intro, read the list. I got a song for it. But what I want to complain about is I got two things up on my Spreaker account. First thing, I go on the Spreaker. I was telling Jen in the Skype. I didn't really get to explain it to her, but I told her, Spreaker's being a cunt, so it's going to take a minute. I had to go in. As soon as I get on there to go create a show, click on create a show. For those of you who are listening through Spreaker know this, who try to be a DJ or whatever, try to do radio shows. Those who do the radio shows understand When you go on there, if you are a free account, you have to, you only have so much space. But the problem is, like, I had all the space for all this stuff. I had it up. And I've been keeping a track of it, deleting it, and making playlists. So, so I've been keeping control of it, but I just had this stuff up. It let me put it on there now. I don't know if I had some more storage because it's a new account. So I guess they give you a bunch of storage and then they take it away from you. So they took it away from me, and it was all in the red, like danger, you're over, you can't broadcast. I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to go in there and I take everything off. I put 2 things back on there, and I'm already at 92% full. How the fuck am I 92% full of storage, memory storage, when I've only got 2 things on there? You're already in the 90 percentile before you even put anything on there. How's that even possible? But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, oh yeah, the shows, I think if I delete some of my shows, that might give me room to put more stuff up. So we'll try that. So I'm not as mad as I was. So it's not that good of a rant. Usually I go off. When I'm mad at Spreaker, I'm mad. And I go crazy. I start calling them all names. It's fucking great. But actually, I'm not that mad right now because it's probably fixable. I'll be able to put more on here. I think if I just get rid of the old shows, which don't really bother me. I have, I can download them, keep them on my storage in my personal computer. I don't need to keep them all on here, so that's fine. Oh, I'm enjoying this is it. I gotta put it out. Ugh. I want to quit smoking and go to cigars. I think that'll ease the transition of not smoking. That'll help. I don't know if that's worse though. I mean, they say, I inhale cigars. They say cigars are better for you, but that's because you're not really supposed to inhale them. Well, I like to smoke the Black and Milds, and even the big, if I had a big old Cuban, I'd be puffing and inhaling that shit. So I don't know if you're really supposed to do that. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see. Off all week, so we'll be warming up, the segments. I'll probably do, we got a lot of segments that are going to be coming back. We're going to bring back, plus make new ones. So I'll have time to make clips and do plenty of shows all week long because I'm off all week. Then we got one more week, and then we're done for work. So, besides the shows and stuff I want to do around the house and trying to find something over the winter or something more steady, so I don't have to live off unemployment because, that's not, you can barely live off that. So, and I need something with benefits. So, of course, during the winter, that's a good thing about this job. It's always there for you during the summer if you don't find anything better. So that's good. And it's a fine job, but for 3 kids and a wife, you need something a little better. We got a lot of bills. You know what I mean? We got a house, car payment, and all that stuff. So, and it'd be nice to have benefits. So if I do hurt myself, we're covered. You know what I mean? I'm not making anything. Because if I get hurt right now, I don't get a paycheck. If I can't come to work, I don't get a paycheck. So we need to fix that. Other than that, it's just shows to do. You know what I mean? So let's get to this. Today's top 10 is brought to you by top10s.net, my favorite site to use for this segment. So it's top 10 countries that offer mail order brides. That's right. Absolutely. What do you mean, kids? What do you mean? That's good stuff. Although I do find it kind of funny that on this top 10 list, there's, you see advertisements. And there's an advertisement for Mexican girls to marry. AMOLLatino.com. That's the advertisement. Mexican girls to marry. But they're not on this list. The Mexicans. So, I don't know. So number 10 is Vietnam. You want a mail order bride, you can go to Vietnam. Or, you mail order them. You get them on the internet or whatever, and they'll come right to you. For those of you who don't know what a mail order bride is, Oh, well, yeah, I don't know who wouldn't know, but uh, it's chicks from other countries that you can, and there's sites and various organizations that will hook you up and send you a bride. You tell them your taste or whatever, and they say here, they ship her out to you in a box or something, I guess, and then. And then you marry her, and she gets a green card, and you get a little sucky long time or something. I don't even know what, like, you know what a wife's duties are. One is to please her man sexually in the bedroom. So I would imagine that comes with it. I mean, it's most legal prostitution you can come up with. I mean, really, but you're stuck with her. The only problem is you're marrying her. And she gets half your shit as she leaves. Well, as soon as she gets that visa, you better be on your best behavior or she's out. And sometimes that don't even help. Because most of them have, oh shit, Ginger's talking up a storm in here. Don't be like me and hurt yourself all the time. OMG, I just got an email about that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They send you emails. I was like, OMG, I don't go that way. And that's another thing too, Jen. They gotta have mail order brides, right? Mail ordered husbands. I'm sure they're not as popular. Women aren't really necessarily into that, but I'm sure there's a few women, maybe older, that don't want to go out in the dating scene and just don't want to be lonely, don't want to die alone, and they should be able to have this option too. I mean, sure, the lesbians can go to the same site the guys go to. But what about the women who are heterosexual and want a husband? Mail order husband. I'm sure they have them. Number 9 is Brazil. Top 10 countries of mail order brides. Brazil is number 9. Brazil women are as diverse as the country they live in. It helps the mail order market that Brazil constantly throws out images of beautiful, wiggly women for eyes to feast on. Finding comfortable stereotypes is what draws in first-time bride seekers, which helps make Brazil a relatively popular mail order nation. We should be one of these nations. Why can't we have mail order brides? Nobody wants an American broad. Because let's be honest, a lot of times these men go to other countries because, for instance, number 8 is China. Now, Chinese women still to this day are taught to obey the man, serve the man, as a wife. That's their duty. For those Western bride seekers wanting the classic Asian beauty, China is the place they go, as there's little interracial mingling here. However, while China dolls have a stereotypical look many men dream about, their behavior and attitudes usually fall short of the ideal. Oh, really? In fact, far from the retiring, submissive stereotype of lure. Chinese ladies are typically aggressive yet respectful. This is the trade-off. Also, the websites and movies don't often tell you that the parochia, whatever that word is, nature of Chinese culture means that most ladies have never left their native country. Therefore, they tend to be less worldly, and know few. Gotta scroll down. Foreign languages. Well, they don't need to speak English. That's even better. That's the way when they're hollering at you, you don't know what the hell they're saying. The challenge to acclimate them to a new life abroad might be too big of a job for some Western men. Nevertheless, unlike in Southern Korea or Japan, marrying a white man will offer a Chinese lady a measure of